You don't care what you're doing to me. I've been down.
Hey, you guys, it's your girl Sherry back for another episode on Grieve, Grow, and Glow. Before we get into the message, guys, as always, please like the video and share the video so that way the algorithm knows that you guys like what you hear and they can push it out to more people. There's somebody that actually needs to hear what I have to say. And if it helped just one person, right, we've done what we've come to do, and that's just to be a support system, right? I don't know everything, but from what I've experienced, I love to share my knowledge and help heal your heart, right? So if you're new to this channel, subscribe. Please subscribe. And please share your comments, or if there's something you'd like to hear on the channel, all comments are welcome, okay? So today's message, it's not going to be heavy, guys. It's going to be light, but it's a necessary conversation, right? We are approaching the holidays. And I know when I was knee deep in my grief, the holidays are hard, right? Especially if you're new into your grief, right? And so I want to just talk about it a little bit, share some tips that I found that could be helpful as you navigate this tough season, right? This season is tough, not only for dealing with grief, living in the moment, right? But everything that's going on in the world, right? We still have the furlough workers, that aren't getting paid, right? And that they're going through a grief season, right? Because grief doesn't always have to be death. It's grief comes in so many different facets, from losing someone, a loved one, a best friend. It comes in the grief of the new norm that people are dealing with right now, this furlough. It's a grief because people don't know where they're going to get their next paycheck or food, right? So we have to be very mindful of how we approach this season, especially with people that are in the early stages of grief. You really have to be mindful. I always say check on your loved ones, right? Check on your friends that have lost someone, especially in this year, right? They're newly grief, like less than a year, I would say. I mean, we still check on people that are over a year, but I'm talking specifically for someone that have lost someone this year. So the holidays are new for them, okay? Holidays are tough because they don't have their person with them, right? Holidays are a joyful time, but when you're grieving, you don't feel joyful, right? You don't want to celebrate the holidays. It's a reminder of what you've lost, right? You kind of resort to not wanting to be around people, not wanting to celebrate the holidays, not wanting to decorate. And that's all understanding. I ask and I say, if you have someone that's in that stage, that's a friend, family member, be mindful. Don't pressure them into wanting to participate in this season. Listen to them of what they're saying. If they're telling you that they want to be alone, let them be alone, right? I always say you have to let the person feel what they're going to feel, right? Pushing them before they're ready is not always a good thing because it could resort to anger, resentment, the frustration will come out on you, even though the anger isn't really towards you. So you have to approach them delicate, right? Understand that, hey, they're in a new season. They're trying to navigate this season. They don't know what they need. They don't know what they want during the season, right? And so I know from my experience, and everybody's experience is different. So for me, I needed to be around people when I wanted to be around people, if that makes sense. There could be days where I didn't want to be around nobody. Don't call me, don't text me, don't nothing. And I needed that for me. But then there's days where I would wake up and I'm like, okay, I don't want to be in this space. I need to talk. I need to keep my mind busy. Right? So I would go out, or I went to work, or I would do things to keep my mind from thinking about what I lost. Because let me tell you, when you're going through grief, anything brings back the memories. Anything can trigger the loss. A song, a smell, a place. Those are triggers, right? And so if a person that is grieving tells you that they want to be alone, respect that. It's okay to check on them via text. Hey, I know you want to be alone, but I'm just making sure you're good. If you need anything, I'm here. Right? Don't be overbearing, because you don't want them to get frustrated with you and cut you off, right? Because that can happen. And it has nothing to do with you, but it's about respecting their boundaries and giving them what they're asking for in the moment. You know, it could be a temporary thing where they just need to be alone for a few days. Respect that, right? The holidays, it could be a joyful occasion. It could be a sad occasion for them. Everybody's different, so I can't really speak upon how they're going to feel in that moment. But I'm just giving you what could come. They could be happy. They could be in the moment for their family and their friends and enjoying that, right? But then it could be sadness because their loved one isn't here for them to celebrate with. So they may not want to celebrate. They may not want to cook dinner. They may not want to put up a tree. They may not want to go to family functions or anything, because sometimes you feel like if you celebrate, like you're dishonoring your loved one, right? I went through that. Like, I don't want to feel good. I don't want to be happy, because you feel like you're disrespecting the loss, especially if the loss is so close to the holidays, right? It's okay. It's okay to live. It's okay. Give yourself grace. Your loved one would not want you to stop living. And you're not dishonoring them by living, by going out and celebrating the holidays, right? You still have to take care of you. Now, you may not want to go to any big festivities out there, right? That's fine. You could still honor your loved one, right? I know for me, around Matthew's birthday, because he died 2 days before his birthday. And every year, God, for the last 15, 16 years, I think recently I kind of stopped the tradition, even though I haven't stopped thinking of him. But for I would say the first 14 years before I actually came into acceptance, right? The day he passed, I would always do a tribute, right? I would always find a poem or I would always write a letter and I would post it, right, on social media, honoring him on the day he passed, right? You can do something like that. If that's too hard for you, you could always light a candle in their honor during the holidays to symbolize that they're still present, or you still feel like they're a part of your life, right? It's the holidays, is something that they were always there for. You could light a candle, you could get a special ornament, right? Do things that bring you joy of thinking of your loved one, right? So not only did I do the letters for Matthew on the day that he passed, for his birthday, I would always acknowledge his birthday, of course. But his favorite meal, like even to this day, I still smile when I think about it because he wasn't a big cook. He could only cook a couple of meals. And one of the meals that I still love to this day, it was very simple. He would make and he would want to cook for me, right? And he was so proud of it. He would make some rice with some sweet peas and some salmon croquettes. So simple, but yet it's a memory that has lived on with me since he's been gone. It's been 18 years. And every time I see that meal, not even the whole meal together, even if someone mentions salmon croquettes, I associate that with Matthew. And it brings a smile to my face. So maybe there's something from your loved one that triggers you to bring happiness, right? Maybe you can incorporate that into the holiday season of something that you could just sit back and smile and be like, okay, he's right here with me, or she's right here with me, right? So I wanted to touch upon this today because I know the holidays are fastly approaching, and I've been noticing a lot of, people have lost loved ones recently. People that I know, right, have lost loved ones recently, that, especially on social media, I'm in a group that deals with grief, and I love to be in that group because I just try to give some encouragement and some support. And I was noticing recently about how the holidays are coming up, that they miss their loved ones. They don't know how to get through this. And I was there. And it breaks my heart when you hear that, right? Everybody goes through grief. I get that. But until you go through a grief that person was really close to you, like a husband, a wife, mother, father, fiance, someone that close, intimately close to you, right? It's hard. It is so hard because I have lost so many people in my lifetime. My biological father, my grandmother, my grandfather, my godmother, my godbrother. These were people that was so close to me. But it was a different grief when I lost Matthew. Totally different, right? And that's what I'm seeing more so in my groups, people that are losing significant others and not knowing how to navigate it, right? feeling like a part of them is lost, is gone. And I can relate to that. You do feel that way. I felt that way for a very long time. Like a part of my heart was gone. So I totally understand how they feel. But today I just wanted to come on and just touch upon the holidays and how you can be a support to your loved one that is dealing with grief. This is just a little snippet because I'm sure there's so many more ways, and I'm thinking about, maybe doing a couple of videos before the holidays approach to just kind of touch upon different ways to support them. So today is more of just introducing this topic, talking about this topic, because this is a topic that's very hard when you're newly into your grief, the holidays. It can be very, very hard for a person that just lost their person, right? So just be mindful of that. Be kind. Be sympathetic. Be supportive. Be understanding, right? Because they got so much going on in their head. They just don't know how to navigate this, and they don't have all the answers. They don't even know some people don't even know how to tell you how to support them. I'm sharing this because I've been through it. So these are the things that I can confirm for me. It may not work for everybody, but I think by just being there, not pressuring them, not telling them to get over or move on, or these are the things you just don't want to do, okay? Sometimes support looks like saying nothing, just letting them know I'm here. That goes a long way. So just wanted to share these tips and just to be mindful of your family members that are going through this difficult season. I know another way, what is another good tip for you as you're navigating this season, this holiday season, is just to make sure you're resting, make sure you're eating, and make sure you're taking care of you, taking care of your body, right? I know I love massages. I love good scents like body oils and body lotions and, just a nice bath, just pampering yourself. Because grief, honestly, goes through your body as well. So you got to take care of yourself. Grief affects everything, not just your mental. It goes through your body as well. So taking care of you during this season is a must. Maybe gift yourself a massage for Christmas if you don't want to actually celebrate Christmas. Take yourself out. Don't even have to be during the Christmas season. It could be after Christmas. Buy yourself a 1-hour massage. I promise you, oh my God, it feels amazing. And it'll take you away from the thoughts for that particular moment, right? Because I find keeping myself busy keeps me out of my head. Finding things to busy work so I don't have to think about losing Matthew. So I don't know if that would help someone, right? Finding a hobby, reading, going for a walk, right? But if you need to cry, cry. A good medicine is crying to get it out. Getting it out of your body, because if you let it fester, that trauma is sitting in there and will break you down. Again, grief lives in the body as well. So you have to take care of you all over, your mental, your body. Talking to someone, that's a plus. That's a plus, right? And sometimes you may not have someone to talk to, especially, talking to someone is good, but you need to talk to someone that has been through that experience. It helps so much because you can get a different perspective and they understand what you're going through. I have been there. Oh my God. Speaking to people when I went to Grief Share and being around other people that have lost. And it doesn't matter if it's not a significant other, if it's a mom, a dad, a cousin, a friend. You still bond in that moment, right? You still hear other people's perspective on how they deal with it. That could help you, right? And I so advocate for getting into grief therapy, grief share. Grief share is all over the U.S., I believe, and I know it's a Christian-based organization. Love it. So if you don't have anyone to talk to, look into grief share. Best decision I made, because making that decision helped me navigate my grief and get out of a place of being stuck. Because like I said, I was stuck for 14 years until Grief Share. So I just wanted to offer that tidbit to someone that may need it. Any comments definitely are welcome. Any topics you want me to talk about or elaborate on, from my own perspective, from my own experience, I'm willing to do that. If you haven't looked at any of the other episodes, I encourage you to go through them. There could be an episode that could help you, that will answer some questions that you may have. Yeah. I didn't want this to be heavy. I just wanted it to be an episode of just sharing and being prepared for this upcoming season. And knowing that you're not alone. You are not alone. And your loved one would not want you to beat yourself up through this season. Remember that. They will want you to continue to live. It's important. Okay? And you will navigate through this, because this journey, you're going through this journey for a reason. You will have a testimony that's going to help the next person. Promise you. So, you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. I definitely want to come on and give you guys a video today. It's been a busy day, but I'm like, I got to sit down and get this video out. And I think I'm going to just kind of see what else is out there that I can touch upon for the holiday season, for, tips that I can share with you guys to get through the upcoming holiday season, because we have Thanksgiving and we have Christmas, the two biggest holidays that are so hard when you're grieving. So I want to be able to give you the resources that I can give you to help you, even if it's just a little bit. Okay? So again, this is your girl Sherry. Please like the video, comment, share. Somebody may need to see this, right? And subscribe if you are new here. This is a safe space. I am always open for people to join me on the channel. You know, it'd be nice to have someone else's perspective. We can have a dialogue, or you could just share your journey. I am totally open with that as well, okay? So think about it. All right, you guys, it's your girl Sherry. Until the next time, this is Grieve, Grow, and Glow. Deuces.